The age-old question, JDM versus muscle. So if you're just coming to my channel for the first time now, I know you can see that I have a 350Z, but I started with a muscle car. I had a 77 Buick Skylark. That was my first car. I rebuilt the motor on it. It was a small block Chevy 305. So I've had my experience with both of them. I liked my muscle car. I liked the V8. I liked having fun in it. But when I started to meet more people that were into muscle cars, it pushed me away from being into them. I just noticed that everyone in the muscle car scene seemed to be so prideful, super preppy, and they always wanted to be the bigger man. They always want to race. They always want to beat someone. They always want to show off how cool they are. And they always want to do burnouts at every car meet they go to. That's all they seem to care about. And I was sick. I didn't want to be like that. And that's why I ended up getting rid of mine. That and mine had a lot of issues near the end. I sold that and I got a 240. And I was like, oh, this is going to be way better. I've seen Bash Bangers and Hoonigan and all that. Like, everyone's just going to be super cool and, like, dab me up because I got a 240. It's not like that at all. It's not at all like that. I think, actually, the import scene is almost worse than the muscle car scene. Everyone in the import scene seems to be super egotistical, rude. It's full of, like, different cliques that it's super hard to get into these, like, groups. Everyone's super judgmental. It's probably equally as bad as the muscle car scene, but in different ways. On my downswing of all of this, after I had my 240 and my muscle car and a couple other 240s and stuff, when I was just kind of getting done with all this drama between the two groups, especially that, oh, muscle cars are better, oh no, imports are better, oh, well, I have a V8, oh, well, imports can have V8s too, and it's just very back and forth like that. But on a downswing, where I was just getting very upset about it, I met one of my now very close friends, Chris Fishgod. At first, I treated him pretty poorly because Chris owns a 2003 Mustang GT. I was kind of set in my ways that I never wanted to be into muscle cars again, and that I was just like super foul about that whole scene of cars, and I just never wanted anything to do with them again, really. Me and Fishgod met at a vape store. I know. We met at a vape store and we didn't really hit it off at all, actually. We weren't really cool when we first met. And then I saw on his Instagram story he was skateboarding and like learning his tricks again. And I was like, oh, that sounds lit. I'm gonna go skateboard with this guy and just see what's up. So that's how we started becoming friends, and eventually the walls came down between the import versus tuner stuff. And of course I'd seen all the videos of the Mustangs crashing, so I immediately wanted to clown him for that and be like, ha, look, crowd killer, haha. And I think I did for a while, actually. It got down to the point where I asked him, like, why would you choose that car over any other car? And he said it was a gift to me from my parents. I just feel blessed and I'm just enjoying it and making the most of it. Like, it changed everything for me in that sense. And he was like, honestly, you have a car, I have a car, we both love cars, we're doing the same thing, we both want to build our cars. Like, there should be no animosities between the two scenes, but yet there is. And to clarify now, I know that it's not Mustangs that are the problem, it's Mustang drivers, but it is it is interesting that most of the famous car crashes are Mustangs, but unrelated. You know, and I think if it wasn't for Chris, I might still be in the same position I was and still like hating other types of cars and stuff, because at the end of the day, you know, the brand really doesn't matter to the vehicle. Everyone's just working on their car. I wish everyone would get along in that sense and not just, you know, oh, I drive a Dodge, I don't want to talk to someone that drives a little 4-cylinder Nissan, haha. And in the same way of them feeling that way, I'm sure the guy with the 4-cylinder Nissan doesn't have any interest in talking to the guy with the Dodge. There's a particular person that lives very close to me that has, every time I talk to him, I give him a little bit of a hard time because his wheels poke out super far. And he's like, oh, well, let's race then. I'm like, no, I don't want to race you, buddy. I was just kidding. Like, I'm just messing around about your wheels. Oh, well, you don't want to race me. That's what it really is. You're just scared to race me. And it's like, no, you have a V6 Camaro. That's unrelated. But it's just people like that give the car scene a bad name. I just, at my point now though, I want to hold no bias to anyone. I want everyone to have equal opportunities when they meet each other. I want everyone to just be friendly to one another. I wish I could go to a car meet and actually feel like I can talk to everyone there and just say what's up, and everyone would not be like as foul as they are, but it just is like that sometimes, and I don't like that. So I want to take the first steps in trying to change that. I'm not really popular in the car community as of yet. My voice is still small and hasn't been heard by a lot of people, but I guarantee you if I go somewhere with this and I continue in the car community like I plan to do, I just want to make sure that everyone around me feels like they have an equal opportunity, like that I won't judge per car or anything. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan on a stock 2002 Honda Civic on wheels that hasn't been lowered, but that's just because it's not my style. I'm sure tons of people think that's cool, and I have respect for that. It starts with you as the viewer at home. It starts with you going to car meets too, and if you have a car like in the car community or whatever, you have a modified car, then like it starts with us. We have to be the ones that really reach out to people and care. Because like, I don't know, the way I view it and the way Chris views it is like your belief wouldn't exist without the opposite of it, so you might as well hear the other side out, you know what I mean? I'll try to get Chris in here for a video soon. He's a pretty interesting character. I think everyone will like Chris a lot. Little update on me currently. I got about a month before I move, so a lot of stress there. My 350Z is currently in my garage, just sitting, doing nothing for a couple months. I'm just not gonna have money to put towards it for a little while. Still got the Jeep, love the Jeep. Jeep's doing great. Lot happening really quickly. So if there's anyone in the Raleigh area in North Carolina, just hit me up. You shoot me a message on Instagram, because I don't have friends down there yet really. If you skateboard, if you do cars, just hit me up. We'll do something, we'll hang out, I don't know. But I guess that's about it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.